প্রধানমন্ত্রী তো চাই না, আমরা দেশের মানুষের অধিকার চাই।
A nation born from a brutal war. Ravaged by floods and burdened by poverty. Vicious military operations scarred the nation. And despite eventually gaining independence from Pakistan, Bangladesh's early years were marred by tragedy.
Around 27,000 people have died by starvation and by disease. We have not hid anything from anybody.
NGOs became lifelines, offering support and fostering development. Education empowered citizens while women rose, claiming their rightful place and driving progress. Export industries flourished, and bold reforms paved the way for a slow but steady rise. Bangladesh's story is deeply intertwined with a painful past. In 1947, British India was partitioned, creating Pakistan as a homeland for Muslims. However, the newly formed nation was geographically divided, with East Pakistan, which is present-day Bangladesh, separated by over 1,000 miles from West Pakistan. Despite being the majority population in East Pakistan, Bengalis faced systemic discrimination and neglect from the West Pakistani ruling elite. Frustrations grew as economic resources were heavily concentrated in the West, leaving East Pakistan grappling with poverty and lack of development. In 1970, Bengali leader Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's Awami League won a landslide victory in national elections, promising greater autonomy for East Pakistan. However, the West Pakistani government refused to transfer power.
We want a free slate, a clean slate, to arrive at a settlement between the genuine leaders of Bengal, of Muslim Bengal, and the genuine leaders of West Pakistan,
igniting widespread protests and demands for independence. In response, on March 25, 1971, the Pakistani military launched a brutal crackdown codenamed Operation Searchlight, led by General Yahya Khan. The operation aimed to crush the Bengali nationalist movement through widespread violence and intimidation. The night of March 25th witnessed horrific scenes. The army targeted universities, student dormitories, and civilian neighborhoods, unleashing indiscriminate killings. Estimates suggest that within the first few days, thousands of Bengalis, including students, intellectuals, and political leaders, were brutally murdered. Operation Searchlight triggered a mass exodus as millions of Bengalis fled to neighboring India, seeking refuge. The ensuing Bangladesh Liberation War, with support from India, lasted 9 bloody months before Pakistan's surrender in December 1971. The scars of separation and Operation Searchlight remain etched deep in Bangladesh's national memory. It was a period of immense suffering and loss, laying the groundwork for a nation determined to rise from the ashes and forge its own destiny. Now, the newly independent Bangladesh emerged from the ashes of war, inheriting a legacy of immense hardship. Estimates suggest that between 300,000 and 3 million lives were lost during the Liberation War, leaving families shattered and communities devastated. Beyond the human cost, the war inflicted severe damage on Bangladesh's already fragile economy. Infrastructure lay in ruins, agricultural production plummeted, and widespread displacement disrupted economic activity. The nation was further crippled by natural disasters, with devastating floods in 1972 and 1974 exacerbating food insecurity and pushing millions towards famine. Poverty became a defining characteristic of post-war Bangladesh. In 1972, the World Bank estimated that nearly 80% of the population lived below the poverty line, compared to around 50% in Pakistan and 41% in India. The lack of basic infrastructure, limited access to education and healthcare, and political instability further hampered economic progress. The newly formed government, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, faced a daunting task. To jumpstart the economy, they implemented a series of pragmatic policies. Number 1. Focus on agriculture. Recognizing the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, the government invested in irrigation infrastructure, subsidized fertilizer and seeds, and provided agricultural extension services to farmers. This strategy yielded positive results, increasing rice production by over 60% within a decade. Number 2. Public sector investment. The government played a significant role in rebuilding basic infrastructure, investing in roads, bridges, power plants, and communication networks. This not only facilitated the movement of goods and people, but also created employment opportunities. Number 3. Import substitution. To reduce dependence on foreign imports and promote domestic industries, the government imposed tariffs on certain goods and provided subsidies and tax breaks to local manufacturers. This strategy, however, faced limited success due to inefficiencies in state-owned enterprises. The government also undertook initiatives specifically targeted at poverty alleviation. For instance, programs like Grameen Bank provided microloans to the poor, particularly women, enabling them to start small businesses and generate income. A turning point came in the 1980s with the shift towards the garment industry. The government offered tax breaks, duty-free imports, and established export processing zones to attract foreign investment. This strategy proved highly successful, as low labor costs and government support enticed global apparel giants like H&M, Gap, and Zara to set up manufacturing bases in Bangladesh. This strategy was particularly beneficial for women, since it gave them a source of income. Most garment workers to this day in Bangladesh are women. Another aspect of the economic boom were the remittances from Bangladeshi migrant workers employed abroad. Millions of Bangladeshis, primarily skilled and semi-skilled workers, have sought employment in countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Malaysia. In 2023, these remittances reached a staggering $22.1 billion, accounting for nearly 8% of Bangladesh's GDP. These funds are primarily used for household consumption, investing in education and healthcare, and supporting small businesses, significantly impacting overall economic well-being. Finally, duty-free access to foreign markets through trade agreements and preferential schemes like the European Union's generalized system of preferences has been a game-changer for Bangladesh's garment industry. This tariff advantage has made Bangladesh apparel exports significantly more competitive, propelling the nation to become the world's second-largest garment exporter. Additionally, the scheme incentivizes sustainable practices within the industry, promoting responsible labor conditions and environmental protection. Recognizing that a skilled and educated workforce is crucial for long-term economic prosperity, Bangladesh has made significant strides in investing in education at all levels. This commitment is reflected in increased government spending on education, initiatives to improve access and quality, and a growing emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education. Bangladesh boasts established public universities like the University of Dhaka, the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, and Rajshahi University, renowned for their academic excellence and contribution to national development. And then, to cater to the evolving needs of the job market, specialized universities like Bangladesh University of Science and Technology, Asanala University of Science and Technology, and Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University have been established, offering focused programs like engineering, technology, and medicine. But that's not all. The government itself encourages students to work hard, something that is exemplified by the many scholarships they offer, such as the Prime Minister's Gold Medal Award, which recognizes and financially supports exceptional students pursuing higher education in science and technology fields. Beyond initial investments in basic infrastructure, Bangladesh has continued to prioritize strategic infrastructural development projects to further bolster its economic growth. These projects, often co-funded by international organizations and private investors, have significantly improved connectivity, facilitated trade, and created new economic opportunities. Number 1. Padma Multipurpose Bridge. This $3.6 billion project, primarily funded by the Bangladeshi government with contributions from the World Bank and the Asia Development Bank, stands as a testament to the nation's commitment to infrastructure development. The bridge has significantly reduced travel time between the previously isolated southwestern and northwestern regions, unlocking economic potential and fostering regional integration. Number 2. Dhaka Metro Rail. This ambitious $28 billion project, co-funded by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, is transforming urban mobility in Dhaka, the capital city. Number 3. Pyra Deep Sea Port. Located in southern Bangladesh, this multi-million-dollar project, funded by a consortium of Chinese and Bangladeshi companies, is the nation's first deep-sea port. The port has significantly increased Bangladesh's cargo handling capacity, facilitating international trade and attracting foreign investments in export-oriented industries. Number 4. Power and energy initiatives. Recognizing the importance of reliable energy supply for economic growth and its future relevance, Bangladesh has undertaken several significant projects. These include the construction of new power plants, expansion of the national grid, and investments in renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. These initiatives aim to ensure energy security, attract energy-intensive industries, and promote sustainable development. Number 5. Digital infrastructure. Bangladesh is actively investing in building a robust digital infrastructure, including expanding high-speed internet access and establishing technology parks. This focus on digital connectivity aims to facilitate e-commerce, attract IT and knowledge-based industries, and empower citizens through better access to information and services. For example, the Digital Bangladesh Satellite 1, commonly known as Bangabandhu 1, launched in 2018, provides broadband internet access to remote and underserved areas of the country.
We have transformed Bangladesh from a lower middle-income country to a middle-income country. We have reduced poverty rate from 41.5% in 2006 to 18.7% in 2022.
The impact of these policies has been nothing short of remarkable. Bangladesh's GDP per capita has grown over 40 times since independence. According to the IMF, Bangladesh's GDP per capita was $8,670 in 2023, while India's was $9,180 and Pakistan's was $6,770. The poverty rate has also witnessed a significant decline, falling from over 80% in the 1970s to less than 20% in 2023. The Bangladeshi taka has also appreciated against major currencies like the US dollar, reflecting the nation's improved economic standing. Bangladesh's recent economic rise has been accompanied by a period of relative political stability. This sustained leadership has provided a strong foundation for continued progress, fostering economic growth and improving living standards for its citizens. To add to that, the nation's young and vibrant population presents a tremendous opportunity for continued economic growth. By furthering investing in education and skills training, Bangladesh can empower its workforce to compete in the global market and drive further innovation. Additionally, fostering a strong entrepreneurial ecosystem will encourage the creation of new businesses and job opportunities, contributing to overall economic prosperity. Ultimately, Bangladesh stands at a pivotal point in its journey. By capitalizing on its strengths, fostering collaboration, and addressing emerging challenges with foresight, the nation has the potential to secure a bright and prosperous future for its people.